So as you know, a few months ago, 3D Printing Canada reached out to me and said, you're absolutely insane. We want to support you in all of these nonsensical, amazing adventures that you were going on. And they gave me the Bamboo Lab H2S, and it is an extraordinary printer. Then for my resin needs, they gave me the Elegoo Saturn 4 16K Ultra, also another insanely amazing machine. And then when I thought I was done, they gave me this. That's Phil. Phil is the eMake 3D Galaxy 1 SLA laser resin printer, and he's printing out some big chunky boys. I wanted to combine all these machines into one obsession, one fixation that I could then put everything into. And it turned into D&D. It turned into D&D dice and dice rollers and cup holders and little slidey things and storage boxes. We also have Xtool. Yay! Xtool is now at 3D Printing Canada, which is amazing because I am one of their brand ambassadors for 2026, which means I'm going to be doing live demos and showing you guys all the cool things that you can do. Now, while I was on this huge adventure of D&D dice, which I don't even play D&D, I got kicked out at the only time that I was able to play D&D. I will tell you a story time if you actually want to hear it. This is the Cthulhu Dice Tower from STL Flix that I printed, and as you see, it is green and blue and purple in the back. But I wanted another one, and I want to print it like this. But figuring out how to calibrate that in your slicer can be a little tricky. So I developed my very first benchmark. Ta-da! This is a tri and dual color dial. So the first thing I want to do is download the dial and the dial top. Print this in white. Shoo, you only need one of these. For the actual color, you're going to orient this so that front and 0 faces the front of your printer, and then you're going to print it. Once you have it printed, you're going to have something that looks like this. And as you can see with the first one that I printed, it is accurate to the orientation of the front of the gradient. I've got the green on this side and the blue on this side, but I actually I wanted more of a purpley green right about there. That's what I wanted. I wanted purple on this side and I wanted more green on this side. I didn't really want to see the blue. So now we're looking at this. It's right into between 90 and 105. So I'm going to call that like 97. You're going to take your object, which is also oriented to where it's at 0 degrees.
The next thing you're going to do is hit the rotate button at the top of your bamboo slicer, go over to Z relative rotation, and we're going to put in the degree that we found on our dial. And I think that was 97 degrees, and hit enter.
That is going to rotate this to the exact orientation that I need for my print to come out with the color combination that I wanted. Now, like I said, you only need one top cap. I use Sharpies. I'm not going to do multicolor. Like this whole year is about no waste. Okay, so this is a dual co-extrusion. All right, it's got blue and orange. And when you look at the front, you get both colors. And I did not want that. So what I did is you just stick the little dial on the next one, and then you rotate this to the perspective of only blue, and I think that looks good right about there. So you go back into your slicer, you change it according to the degree that I put on the top, and then you set it, and then you have full orange on the back, you got full blue on the front. It's on MakerWorld. It's less than 10 grams of filament to print, and it is just my favorite new little tool. So I hope you print it and give me feedback, and I will give you a D&D story time later. Okay, love you, bye.